Vote Trump to release the list. Yeah, that really didn't go well, did it? Coming from the same guy that said he was gonna release the files, Charlie Kirk announces he's done talking about Epstein after Trump called him on July 14th, and I wonder if he continues talking about Epstein. Charlie Kirk pleads with Trump to deal with Epstein files, truly because we care about you. Damn, I can't believe we have parasocial relationships with your presidents before GTA 6. Whatever helps them keep the Kool-Aid down, I guess. All child should get the death penalty. I mean, I agree, but I don't think you should be defending them. Readers added context they thought people might want to know. Nancy Mace wrote this minutes after voting against the release of the Epstein files. Yeah, you can shill all you want, but it doesn't make you any less of a pedophile defender. Show us all the Epstein client list now. Why would anyone protect those scumbags? Ask yourselves this question daily and the answer becomes very apparent. What does Daddy say about that? Stop talking about Epstein. Maybe it's time for you to call Daddy out for what he's been doing when Mummy isn't around. You know, instead of your whole thing being hanging on the coattails of your dad's and being a far-right conspiracy theorist that's peddling your daddy's views and nothing else. Cat turd. See, we have so many different MAGA shills that make us want to rip our brains out. But none of them does it as well as Cat Turd, because he's working so hard grafting in the minds of Twitter.com to come up with the most brain-dead takes. Also, should I make a video on ranking all of the MAGA shills in a tier list? Let me know in the comments. If you're in any government and you're protecting gang rapists and pedophiles, there's an 100% chance you're a pedophile. Here we go. This account says Trump's a pedo. Imagine believing this piece of shit troll. Are you seeing it now? Is that a self-report that he's one too? Using his own logic? Never mind, these people don't operate with logic. My bad. The Epstein Files, Phase 1. The most transparent regime, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, voted for the guy whose endorsement list isn't made up of Epstein clients and Diddy party attendees. Yeah, may need to double check that girly pop. Like a glass of milk left outside in Phoenix, Arizona in the middle of August. Part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is gonna become public. And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome. Elon Musk to Tucker Carlson in October 2024. Didn't Elon say before that your intelligence is based off of how well you can predict the future? Yeah, I guess that's a bit of a self-report on himself, that he's not the brightest bulb in the box. And him saying Kamala's the pro-billionaire party, being the richest billionaire and supporting the most powerful billionaire? Are we so fucking for real right now? Sadly, these people, the Biden administration, don't believe in transparency. What, and you do? But I think, more unfortunately, I think a lot of them don't believe in honesty. Hey, Siri, provide a definition of projection. And it's a new day, a new administration, and everything's gonna come out to the public. Oh yeah, we got served so much stuff. You know, a massive platter of nothing burgers. Could you ask for more? Everything, but the half they black out because it mentions Trump. Trump is the list. Epstein was a loner, an outcast. He had a small circle, Maxwell and Donny Boy. I believe this too. For the level he's defending, he's not just name. If I was scared of a list of cheaters at school coming out, I would be worried if I was on it, but I could try to shrug it off as everyone being on it, or just me being complicit. If I was the one making copies of the test answers, or it was on my letterhead, I would freak. Forgive my language, but this story is complete and utter bullshit. The Wall Street Journal should be ashamed for publishing it. Yeah, JD Vance said this when the Access Hollywood tape came out, in which Trump bragged about groping women. Fellow Christians, everyone is watching us when we apologize for this man. Lord help us. Well, he decided to sell his morality for a seat in office. Was it really worth it? Hey chat, if you want to support this gay guy reading stuff, you should totally press the subscribe button, cause it helps a lot. Subscribe, or you're not invited to my birthday party. Bing bong. Release the Epstein files. January 22nd, and let's see how not really releasing anything's gotcha. Agreed, and if Dan says there's nothing to the Epstein files, I believe him. When Trump does leave this earth, there will be hordes of people crying in the streets like he was Kim Jong-il. How fucking embarrassing for America. Yeah, I'm surprised we're not at the point yet where people are making propaganda songs for Trump. And you know, murals and banners, and all that sort of lovely stuff. Because mentally, I think everyone's already there. New Supreme Leader will likely accuse his opponents of doing it. Try to go on a purge to win the affection of the crowd. Well, dictators don't really need to worry about affection of the crowd. And I mean, the most loyal will blindly believe either way. You know, even if it's just a bold-faced lie. Holding pedophiles accountable is high on my list of priorities. The Epstein issue is about protecting children. There's no greater cause. And literally a day later, the Epstein files are important, but are low on the list of what most Americans care about. That's just the truth. Yeah, I think all Americans that aren't drinking the Kool-Aid are actually pretty interested in whether their world leaders and politicians are pedophiles or not. But hey, just say you're a pedophile defender and move on. I know it's hard to think of anything besides what dear leader commands you to. Cause you know, after all, you're a political fucking zombie. Why have opinions of your own when your spine's made of polystyrene? So, pipe down, little MAGA shill. Oh, well. Can confirm, being a girl dad is a great blessing. Oh, never mind I guess. Identifying yourself as girl dad is super cringe and corny. Also, a weird way to try and inoculate yourself against claims of sexism or whatever. I have both boys and girls. I'm not a girl dad or a boy dad. I'm just a dad. When do Republicans not turn their opinion on a dime? Like, I really don't think they stand for anything anymore. But, I mean, did they really stand for anything in the first place? I think their only goal is to regress society because they're big-headed as shit and can't actually wrap their little heads around other people existing around them. The US debt situation will soon be worse than right after World War II. Our favourite horrible subreddit. And I really wonder if in at least one of these comments they blame Biden for something. Nothing to see here, keep fighting amongst yourselves. Every politician to their constituency regardless of political affiliation. Keep fighting amongst yourselves while advertising yourself as anti-left? Like, come on bro, if you're gonna be snooty, at least not be contradictory. Exactly what one should expect from r/conservative. If I ever want to lose a brain cell or two, I just go on there and click on a post. Yep. We did it, but both sides are the same, so it's their fault. Lol. It's like horseshoe theory, but one end of the horseshoe is in another dimension. It's confusing, but what do we expect from people who operate on double standards? What's horseshoe theory? In popular discourse, the horseshoe theory asserts that advocates of the far left and far right, rather than being at opposite and opposing ends of linear continuum of the political spectrum, closely resemble each other, similar to the way that the opposite ends of a horseshoe are actually very close together. Epstein case closed, I guess. Mission accomplished. Is this the Trump's mission accomplished? Oh, wait, no, this is the Trump administration we're talking about. We're gonna have something like this every 6 months. Not just once in an administration. Because, like I said before, these guys pump out resignation-worthy controversy every fortnight. And there's no fun battle royale in that. Either contempt for the public, dementia setting in, or both. I choose C. It's always all of the above. 2017. It's my honor to announce the nomination of Jerome Powell to be the next chairman of the Federal Reserve. And 2025. I was surprised when Jerome Powell was appointed, because as everyone knows, when Jerome was appointed into the Federal Reserve, it was actually Joe Biden using mind control, using Hunter Biden's laptop to make me swear in Jerome Powell. And Obama also had a tan suit, so that matters. Jesus Christ, if Obama's tan suit is unironically one of the MAGA lot's owns, they really are incapable of looking in the mirror. Are MAGA vampires? Who'd have thought? Remember the time that he criticized the trade deal with Canada and Mexico made in 2020, saying it was a bad deal, and it turned out it was him that made it? I remember him saying it was the most beautiful deal in 2020. The most amazing deal anyone had ever seen. Big, strong tears with men in their eyes saying sir. And the second time, what moron signed this deal? Trump is so fucking stupid that he calls out his own stupidity because he's too stupid to realize that he did that stupid thing. Idiocracy, here we come. But instead of energy drinks on your crops, it's gonna be Prime. And instead of being put in the cabinet via raffle, it's just what Fox News employee can garner the most controversy. Excellent health, 2 pumpkin ankles in 1 month. Well, yeah, that's cool and all, but the Dems actually gave him pumpkin ankles, and the whole vein thing. But I mean, that still doesn't impair his ability to not have to pee or poo, and can also levitate, and has got telekinesis. But he can't control the weather though. That's Obama's department. Even though he's not president anymore. Kim Jong-un is in excellent health, high cholesterol controlled White House doctor says. Apparently they lied to us then, so they're probably lying now. This condition is probably way worse than what they're telling us. Oh, 100%. I would be surprised and disappointed if he lives out his entire term. Aged like Coke, left out in the open in less than 3 hours. I have been speaking to Coca-Cola about using real cane sugar in Coke in the United States, and they have agreed to do it, so I'd like to thank those in authority at Coca-Cola. This will be a very good move by them, you'll see, it's just better. Seeing Trump act like having cane sugar in Coke is some sort of massive win is kind of laughable. Like, you guys deserve a lot better regulations than what you have right now. But the thing is, they don't want what's better for their own citizens. They just want whatever helps them fill their bottom line. And despite that win that's not really a win and it's just kind of basic stuff, he was still wrong. A Coca-Cola spokesperson said the company appreciates Trump's enthusiasm, but did not go as far as confirming such a move. A lot of big people went to that island. Fortunately, I wasn't one of them. Trump says he'll release the Epstein Island logs. Well, I'm sure, dear MAGA, if he's got nothing to lose, he'll release them. It's not like he's a chronic liar or anything. Wait a damn minute. The liar's a liar? This is news to me. Trump held approximately 120 campaign events during the 2024 election cycle. Epstein's name didn't come up one time. It was not a campaign promise. So why did you say Trump mentioned him in the campaign? Oh wait, these silly goobers have the attention span of a goldfish, so of course they're not going to actually remember things. My bad. Up now, Trump says if elected, he'll have no problem releasing Epstein's client list. But now Trump repeats that the Epstein files are a made-up Democrat hoax. I'll make a prediction now. If the midterms go through and Democrats get in, will Trump just blame the Democrats for all of the things that will happen from the made a bitch by a billionaire bill, which coincidentally is scheduled to actually impact the US around that time? We'll have to see, but I wouldn't put it past them calling their own legislation a Democrat hoax. I think they're going to be adding that to their arsenal of bullshit excuses. Absolutely insane that Democrats actually voted to have the US government publish child porn? What the fuck is even going on anymore? Oh my god, mate, you fucking idiot. Sorry, but I'd get a refund from whoever taught you anything in school. Because last time I checked, people wanted names, flight logs, lists, and accountability, not whatever the fuck you're talking about, buds. Like, were you picking your nose so hard you accidentally gave yourself a lobotomy? There's mental gymnastics, and then there's whatever the fuck this cover-up's been. Pam Bondi just said the Epstein list is on her desk. Release the list and expose the criminals. Yeah, like your previous self said, I don't know about you, but a list, you know, a thing with words in it, I know you've got trouble reading those, is not that. Oh, never mind, I forgot. You're the guy who received donors from the Russian government to literally push propaganda. So of course you're going to defend their number one asset. My bad.